Welcome back. Well, Marine Lieutenant Colonel Stuart Scheller, after his arrest for criticizing the Afghanistan withdrawal, is facing a special court-martial hearing next week, formally charged with 6 violations. Scheller was jailed in part over his calls for a, quote, revolution, according to the charges. Here now to react is Fox News contributor and retired Marine bomb tech and our friend Joey Jones. Joey, thanks for being here. My understanding, Joey, is that he was given an offer of a general discharge, but has said from the beginning he knew he did something wrong, but believes it should be an honorable discharge. What do you make of the recent charges and where this goes from here?
Yeah, first of all, I don't blame him at all for fighting for an honorable discharge. We have people that commit heinous crimes, they get out, and then 6 months later they're able to upgrade their discharge. It's a little bit of a game that the military plays there. But on top of all of this, I think you'd be hard-pressed to find a general officer or even a colonel in the Marine Corps that doesn't understand why Lieutenant Colonel Scheller has been charged. I think the biggest rub is the fact they put him in the brig to begin with, the fact that it looks like they're throwing everything in the book at him, trying to make an example out of him. Meanwhile, we have people like General McKenzie who, you know, I'll give him credit for being the only one of the 3 testifying before Congress who took any accountability. But at the end of the day, he's responsible for 13 of our service members dying, 10 civilians dying in a drone strike. All of that happened under his direct command, and there's no accountability there, which is exactly what Lieutenant Colonel Scheller is talking about. As a Marine, part of me says, hey, you know, Lieutenant Colonel, this is not how we do things. But as an American and also a Marine, a big part of me says, where's the accountability for those who really screwed up and people died for it?
No, you're right. And the colonel's acknowledged he knew he was going to get in trouble for this. He knew he was breaking the chain of command.
Absolutely.
One of the charges is dereliction in performance of duty, which goes to your other point as an American, as an observer of what happened. How is there no recognition of that anywhere up the chain?
Yeah, let's take these 6 charges, I don't have them in front of me, and let's overlay them on several events and instances that have happened in the past several years. We had an incident where a Marine Corps base was overran, airplanes, billion-dollar aircraft were sabotaged, and it became a big conspiracy, not because it happened, but because the junior officers were punished and the senior officers weren't. And that's the problem we have in our military today. Accountability goes downhill instead of uphill, and that's not how it's supposed to work.
Not to mention, we've had a chairman of the Joint Chiefs who's happy to talk on or off the record behind the scenes behind a commander-in-chief. But we don't need to go there. Exactly. Well, Joey, you were recently in Nashville for the 2nd annual Tim Montana and Friends American Thread Sporting Clay Shoot. Raises money for military nonprofits. Tell us about it.
Yeah, you know, this was a fantastic time. It was good people, a good cause, and let me tell you, I got to shoot some sporting clays and talk to some amazing people. Let's take a look. Guys, we're here in Nashville, Tennessee, and we're at Tim Montana and Friends American Thread Sporting Clay Shoot.
There's food. There's a good time. There's a concert. Shoot shotgun. Just an all-American Jamboree.
Are you having fun?
Man, I'm having a blast, man. Only few people could get this many people together, you know, on one day, and it's Tim.
So we started this in 2019. We're raising money for special ops excursions and children of fallen patriots this year. Always important to me to take care of the active duty guys and the veterans and their families to cover both sides of the fence.
So what we do with that money is it goes directly to the special operations active duty soldier, and they get to do exclusive events in the outdoors. Could be with their family, could be alone, could be hunting, could be fishing, but it's going to be amazing, every which one of them.
So as a retired special operator, you went on a special ops excursion as a participant, and now you volunteer to help them out?
That's correct. You know, anytime they need help, whether it's, you know, carrying cardboard boxes or taking guys up to hunt, I do what I can to give back.
Our mission to provide college scholarships to military kids who lost a parent in the line of duty would not be possible without everyone here at American Thread and Tim Montana.
My dad, he was Major Michael Donahue. He was my world, my hero. He served in Kabul, Afghanistan. When he passed away, I had an administrator reach out to me, and they helped fund my education, so I was able to graduate debt-free.
My dad is Lieutenant Colonel Benjamin James Palmer. He was in the Marine Corps. He served for a little over 20 years. He absolutely loved being a Marine. During my freshman year, someone reached out and offered to pay, and it completely just took the financial burden away from us, and I was able to really focus on school.
What did it mean to be here today and to see all these people putting their time and effort towards supporting people like yourself?
I mean, it means so much.
It makes us feel so seen. It's incredible to see them use that platform.
I didn't know I was country. Thank God I am.
I think it's our duty as civilians. Patriot means it's not a cuss word.
The United States military, that they have my heart and they always will. I will always do stuff for them because that's my duty.
Everybody's here for the same reason, raise money for the troops. No matter where they sit politically, it's, you know, taking care of our troops and veterans.
This is America right here. They're doing this for people they don't even know.
We come together around these causes, it just unites everybody together.
This is honestly a really good reminder. People do care beyond the battlefield.
We know what it's like to serve. We want to serve those like us.
We've got some pretty cool equipment behind us. The actual Army to bring their stuff, that's a big deal. Landed a helicopter here a few minutes ago. You've got some guys who are going to skydive too. So we've got a lot of pomp and circumstance, but it's kind of time to get down to business. Think you're going to show me how to shoot this course or what?
I'm not allowed to run any of these Humvees, but I do have a special vehicle that I think would be perfect for a guy like yourself.
All right, let's shoot. Two shots per person? Okay, that works for me, guys. I only need two. Pull.
Bingo.
Pull. Right on target. That's the most I've missed today. Why don't you stand over there somewhere? Get that out of here. Pull.
We're the leader of the pack.
Oh, the leader of the pack. Looks pretty awesome there, Joey.
Yeah, that was a great time. Really, real quick, thank God for people like Tim Montana.
Yeah.
That guy was out there at 4 o'clock in the morning till 10 o'clock at night. He just had surgery on his vocal cords, and he's the reason this event happened. And we need people like him in this country to remind the rest of us how much we still appreciate our men and women in uniform.
Well said and well done. And by the way, if you want to donate to Special Ops Incursion and Children of the Fallen Patriots Foundation, go to AmericanThreadShoot.com. AmericanThreadShoot.com. Joey, thank you. As always, you deliver.
Thank you.